Could you please offer me some advice? Last July, I got 7.5 in speaking and listening, 7 in reading, and 6.5 in writing. I need to improve my score for the 189 visa. Congrats on your 189 visa application. I'm wondering whether it would be better to switch to PTE or stick with IELTS, even though it's a risky choice because it's such a challenging exam. Many people believe it's much easier to improve your scores in PTE. This is a fantastic question and we're going to be answering this on this video, so let's go. Good day guys, welcome back to another video. I am teacher Emilio. In case you're new to the channel, I help students with IELTS, PTE preparation, with native translations, English and Spanish. Si necesitas una traducción certificada para Australia, escríbeme con el link de la descripción. And well, basically live in Australia. So I'm here to help you guys with your IELTS, with your PTE questions, anything to do with life in Australia. And on this video, we have this question. Should we try IELTS one more time or should we switch to PTE? The person who asked got 7.5 in speaking and listening, and then a 7 in reading, and in writing a 6.5. This is a common challenge that we have, and as you see here on the screen, lots of people want to bring this 6.5 to a 7 so that we can get plus 10 points in our PR. The real question is this score, which by the way was 1 year ago, let me double check, I'm pretty sure this person put 1 year ago, last July, okay, so it could be this year or last July, last year, so you know, we're in August, so it could be a month ago or a year and a bit ago. So the real question is this enough to make the switch to PTE? A part of me is really tempted to say no, and let me tell you why. This person already have a 7 or more in speaking and listening, and then also a 7 in reading. So this already tells us that this candidate has a solid control of the language. What is happening is that we are at a 6.5 in writing. I would be probably telling this person to go to PTE if there are more weaknesses in other bands. Since this candidate got a 7.5 in speaking, I'm tempted to believe that most likely, it cannot be 100% the case, but a lot of the cases when candidates are at a 6.5 in writing, it's probably because we have errors with some of the marking criteria, right? So in some cases, it could be things to do with the content. In other cases, it could be the structure, right? And most commonly, it is going to be grammar and vocab mistakes. Sometimes it could be a mix of these three things, or it could be mainly grammar and vocab. In my experience, a lot of the times, getting from 6.5 to 7 involves getting, or showing, I should say, more control, more mix of grammar and vocabulary. And it could be that plus increasing the accuracy, because it could be that we have some mistakes. And having mistakes, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. But if you have too many mistakes here and there, that is what's going to be dropping your score. So I would say, even if it was a month or even if it was a year ago, I don't think that this result alone is enough to say, oh, let's switch to PTE. I've had students who got that exact same score, or well, very similar, and I've told them, look, we have a few options. It depends on how much time we have, because, you know, obviously we need to consider time, and also on how much a student has practiced or, you know, studied before, right? How solid is our base of grammar and vocabulary? Because getting to reduce a lot of our mistakes could take a bit of time, not a lot, but it could take some time, obviously depending on the person. And I remember that I had this student, and basically I said to her this same scenario, but this is a bit more specific because, you know, I knew about her whole situation. So I said, look, we have two options. We could go into PTE, because based on everything we know, it makes sense to go into PTE. It just means you're going to invest a bit of time into preparing for PTE, but that is not a problem because I have a lot of materials for PTE. But this person was really determined to push herself and get to the 7. So after talking to the student and the student thinking about it, this person said, you know what, Emilio, I'm going to go for my skill retake. I feel that it is something that sometimes we often forget, and this is something we do not get on PTE. So this student said, you know what, I'm going to practice and I'm going to give myself a bit of time. From memory, it would have been around 4 weeks of intensive practice, constantly asking questions, and then went for the skill retake. And guess what? Surprise, surprise, you guessed it correctly. This person ended up getting the 7, getting the 10 points on the PR, and now life is good in Australia. I'm freezing in Melbourne, she's having a good time in warm Queensland. So this is just to show you that it is possible. You may be thinking, okay, Emilio, what can I do? How can I work on this? I don't want to just leave you in this video going like, good luck, bye-bye, go and study. So a few things that you can do, since you are already doing really well with these other bands. I'm going to leave a video down in the description where I tell you a few tips when it comes to having the right essay structure, or tips on organizing your ideas. And look, for everything else, I have very, very good news. I've just finished my IELTS 6.5 plus, no, sorry, IELTS 7 plus course. So I highly recommend you go and you check it out, IELTS 7 plus, where you are going to be studying with me just like this, fully online, with a bunch of extra materials to practice and prepare for your IELTS. Imagine me guiding you so that we bring this down and then we bring your writing up. The same thing could be said with other bands. All the information about the course is in the video description. It is on my Patreon page, and I help students remotely. So if you are thinking of, hey, I want to study with this guy, I'm having a good feeling, fantastic. You can check the link in the description and then basically start studying with me right now. You might also be a PTE learner, so don't worry, this is not only for IELTS people. I am currently working on a PTE course, which is going to be similar to this one. A lot of people are opting or trying to get 60 plus, usually 65. So I am currently working on my PTE course. If you join the IELTS course, or basically if you get full access to my membership, then you will have access to both courses. And look, this video happened because of you. Well, maybe not you, but someone watching basically went and typed a question. So if you do have any question about IELTS, PTE, preparation, scores, life in Australia, about getting a translation, head to the comment section, leave me a comment, leave me your question. The channel doesn't have sponsorships, so this is the sponsor of the channel. Me telling you about what I do and you getting in touch and you taking action. So if you are thinking of studying together, fantastic. But maybe you are watching this video going, Emilio, I am not really sure. Some people say PTE, some people say IELTS, and I don't know if I should do one exam or the other. Maybe this is not your situation, but don't worry. In this video right here, I do a full breakdown for the exam, so I'll see you in this one. And thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, you have to give it a like and you have to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in this video.